So, today I have here some alcohol-based markers that I ordered from Amazon. I'm really trying to avoid showing my address, but let me go ahead and open this. I know this is probably like the worst way to open up the package, but you know, I'm gonna do me. Anyway, these were actually pretty affordable. I think they were $30 for 80, a set of 80. They're not really a well-known brand, or I guess they're off-brand, but they're an affordable alcohol marker. And yeah, I just got them, so we're gonna go ahead and try them out. Now, my thought process was I was going to do a swatch test, but this is so many colors, I don't know if I really want to do a swatch test. Like this is really honestly like my first swatch test since I've been out of college, so yeah. Not quite sure if I want to like speed this process or if I want to go through each one. Let's go ahead and just have a look at what these look like first, and then I'm going to like kind of decide on how I want to do that. Anyway, they have a broad tip and a fine tip. The fine tip sort of looks like that. I don't know if y'all guys can see that. Maybe I should have probably chosen a different color, but then they also have the broad tip. They're also a little bit hard to like open up, so that's a thing. But maybe that's a good thing, so they don't open up while they're in this bag, which is pretty awesome that it comes with a bag that you can just have them like ready to go. I don't know if there's not really a spot for them to stay steady in there, which is fine. They weren't very expensive, or at least they weren't expensive for what they are, because typically alcohol markers are a lot more expensive than these were. I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch like some of my favorite colors. Like I really like this purple, another purple, some red, a rose red, that sounds pretty. Old red, that sounds cool. Maybe some blues. A couple yellows. Maybe a dark yellow, melon yellow. I might go in. These are actually labeled like with names. So this is a lemon yellow. Indian blue. There's really not any that don't have a name, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I tried grabbing like primary colors, excluding the purples, just because I love purple. Those are like what I want to try out. So I've never personally used alcohol markers, so I'm not exactly 100% sure like how to use them. I just know that they look really cool, and from the last person that I watched on YouTube, they were able to make them look like watercolor. Now, supposedly you're supposed to do these transitions pretty quickly, and I'm going very slow. But wow, I really do enjoy like how they look, and then even like layered on top of each other, it created that cool purple there. Let me go ahead and look at what like red and yellow look like. I'm using the broad tip right now, just because I'm like kind of laying them down. Ooh, that's like a mustardy color. Ooh, that looks really cool. I definitely like how they're laying on top of each other now. Again, I've never used alcohol markers, so like those that are like die-hard alcohol marker users, sorry if this is cringy. Again, this is just my take on what I think about them. As somebody who doesn't use alcohol markers on a regular basis, or even markers in general, I'm more of a watercolor user. I don't like how they streak like that, but I'm not sure. Maybe if I like layer on top of them, they look really cool. I guess as they're drying, like those streaks kind of go away a little bit. Again, I'm very ill-practiced with using these. I want to look at like this turquoise blue. In comparison to what the cap looks like and what the color looks like, I guess if you were to like go in and like color a lot, it kind of goes with it, at least for some of them. I know that this yellow definitely looks kind of similar. But yeah, these are Keebor Art markers. And I mean, right now they're pretty cool. Like, I definitely like the way that they layer on top of each other. I definitely want to give it a try with a piece of artwork. Like, I know that this wasn't like the greatest test for them, but I mean, for $30 and you get like a ton of them, I don't think that this was a bad investment, because I generally buy, if I ever buy markers, I usually buy like the $5 ones with like a 10 or 20 pack, and they're just water-based. These are alcohol-based markers, and they're not that bad. I mean, I'll definitely try them out on a drawing, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, whenever I was trying to decide what I was going to draw, I was having a really hard time. I kept just going back to the usual cats that I draw. I wanted to return to a series where I have like monsters holding civilians. So here I have a picture of an allergy monster attacking a version of me, because, you know, allergy season is here. There's a lot of rain and a lot of craziness going on, so yeah, that's what I decided to draw. Okay, so upon further investigation, I've noticed that there are a couple of repeat colors and then also colors that claim to be the same. Also, because I was looking at yellows and greens to paint my plant monster, and let's see, where is it at? Oh yes, this one right here. This is called Fresh Green. Hold on, I don't think that's gonna... Fresh Green. Now, you would think maybe this is like a green, maybe whenever you put it down it'll turn green, but no, this is very clearly a yellow. This one is the fresh green, and then I also tested out the bronze greens just to see if they were different. They're not different. Anyway, I'm choosing some colors for this guy right over here. Once I get them all picked out, I guess I'll flash them across the camera and I will begin painting or coloring with these markers. Anyway, I'm going to use this fresh green. But anyway, I thought I'd give you that heads up or update as I'm picking out these colors. Coloring with these markers has been a really different experience than I'm used to. It's not quite like watercolors, but it's also not that different. It's a weird mix of the two. Now, these are a lower grade version of alcohol markers, but I still don't think that like it's really that huge of a difference between like the nicer brands. I mean, I'm sure it's a huge difference, but like nothing to go right home about or anything. I really enjoyed using them. Alright, so considering that I've never actually used alcohol-based markers before, I'm not upset with this. I think it came out pretty cool. I obviously need some more practice with the medium, but overall I think it turns out really cool. I really like it. I definitely would recommend, like, if you want to try it out and you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, to get these. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put an inking on this and then share, I guess, my final thoughts on it. But overall, like, I wish I had a little bit more control with the broad tip, or like know when to switch them out. I definitely like how it transitions. Obviously, like right here it's not that great, but I mean, for the greens they turned out really cool. I like that little effect. I was trying to go for that dead plant look, but also like not really dead. I guess the red indicates that it has too much of something or too little of something. I know some plant knowledge, but not a lot. I like the leaves. I think the leaves turned out cool. I wish I knew how to get this gradient versus the gradient that I got in some of these. I don't know what exactly happened here. Maybe I put too much down. I know that my hand was hitting some of it, so it probably affected how it dried. Also, I don't like that the circles ended up looking the way they did. I don't like that little bit right there that's not covered. But, you know, I'm still got to do some line work, so we'll see where it comes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and here's the time-lapse of my inking. Bye! Okay, I actually just looked at the back of this page and there's a lot of bleeding. My bad.